I am going to talk about a John Deere multi-tool. It's been around for a while, but I haven't seen many reviews of it, so I want to show you a lot of the functions that it has, and also make some comparisons with other tools of about the same size. It comes in with this pouch. It's kind of like a holster with a belt loop, very sturdy, rigid, and the multi-tool is made of stainless mostly, and it has rubber grips, and we're gonna see the size, but it's on the larger size. This is in the $30 range, so that should set the expectations. Size-wise, it's pretty much as big as a Victorinox Swiss tool in length. Now if we look at the thickness, it is quite thicker, and if we look closely we can see that there's a spacing between the tools, and the tools are a little thicker too, so it's a very robust multi-tool. In terms of weight, it's on the heavy side, 10.6 ounces versus the Swiss tool 10.1, so not a huge difference, but it is on the larger kind of weight. When it's open, it has basically a lot of leverage, which is nice for a rugged multi-tool. The open size is 7 inches. And the pliers have a spring. The spring is not internal, but it is located outside. So pliers are very precise. You can reach small items pretty easily. Here I'm pulling something from an electronic circuit. Here I'm gonna cut some wire with cutters. The blade, it has a sort of a clip point shape, about the same size of a Swiss Army knife, 91mm, also about the same size as the Victorinox blade, but different shape, and some heat-treated stainless, not particularly sharp, and the tool has locks. Some of the tools don't lock perfectly, which that's one of the issues I found in this tool. I think that's probably fixable if you're a tinkerer by enlarging some of the notches, so we're gonna explore that probably in other videos. The file is relatively large and pointy, possibly to fit when it's folded. It really cuts pretty well, like a soft metal. Here I'm filing a piece of aluminum, and it cuts pretty well. We have the Phillips screwdriver. The thing I like about this one is a long reach. It has this rounded style, which is not the most perfect Phillips, because it will slip for some, but the reach is pretty long. It's a little bit smaller in diameter than the one in the Victorinox, but longer reach, which I like a lot. So for some situations you want to go into a machine or something, and this will do it. So now this style of Phillips, sometimes it will slip with certain screws that are not kind of the right size, but then for most others it will gonna work fine. So for some kind of critical applications you may want to have a backup screwdriver, but for the most part, for example, for a large screw that can grab very well, this has no problem. Then you have 3 flathead screwdrivers, kind of slightly different sizes. So the flathead also pretty decent reach, which is good. Sometimes multi-tools have very short screwdrivers, so I like that this has long reach. And then it has these hexagonals, and this style of thing with the nuts, I've seen it in a couple other multi-tools, a Schrade ST10 and a Smith & Wesson one, which is I think the same. Now the owl, it's also like a scribe, it works perfectly for that, for marking stuff. It's a pretty sharp point. And the end of the owl, it's almost like a tiny screwdriver. I wanted to try if will that work for that purpose. So I'm gonna reach into a potentiometer, and yes, it can turn it. So this is not probably the intent of the tool, but it works also as a very small, almost like a precision screwdriver. Here are the scissors, not too big. They can cut a nylon strap. I tried to cut a rope and it was not enough, so it's kind of like a pocket knife type of scissors on the smaller side. Then the saw, it's somewhat decent. I'm gonna test here by cutting a piece of wood. Mind you, this is a soft piece of wood. If you're gonna cut a branch that's green, it may have difficulties going really deep, but it really is okay. So then you have the bottle opener, so it's not too much to test there. Another tool that's pretty unique is the ruler. It has a ruler that can unfold, so that was to me I haven't seen that in any other multi-tool. So basically you can stick that tool pretty much in some machinery. Other tools have graduations in the handles, but this one is basically a dedicated ruler, so they really paid attention to that function of a ruler. It has on each side has the different units, inches and versus centimeters. So these are all the tools kind of at the same time, so there's lots of them. It's pretty sturdy tool. Thank you for watching.